Hello, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you today. Join us for this month's live session. And I want to tender sincere apology for just joining. I've been having some challenges with internet connection. I hope it's totally resolved now so that this will not stand in the way of our engagement this evening. So, just before we get into the session proper, uh, you can tell us where you are joining from. I see some persons are online already. Tell us where you are joining from while we do some housekeeping. Um, all right, if you are with us, Ufoma, thank you. Ufoma is joining us from Benin. Who else again? Let us know where you are joining us from. Titus joining us from Benin. It's a pleasure to have you here. Moses joining from Nairobi. Interesting. Moses, it's a pleasure. How are you doing this evening? So, one thing you can do if you have a friend who is interested in this session, you can do well to share the link with them. Moses, it's a pleasure. Share the link with them so that they can benefit from this. By all means, tell them we've started and they can join right now. Share this on your social media. I'm doing that right now, putting it on my status before I get really busy. All right. All right. If you are just joining us, please let us know where you are joining from in the comment section. We want to know where you are joining us from as we do the final housekeeping. So tell your friends, post it on your WhatsApp status, tell them we are live. They can join us right about now. Obina from Benin, Olayinka from Ife, you are welcome to this session. It's a pleasure. All right. Get up and get rich community. I hope you are here. Oh, so we have, I have people asking for the link, and all right. Let me see. I think I have attended to those who need the link. We have persons here. Daniel from Lagos, it's a pleasure to have you join this session today. One of the things you learn from being a Nigerian is resilience because you are going to face several others in trying to evolve and become what you set out to become. And the only way to bypass that or to overcome, there's really no bypassing it, is resilience. Today of all the Joto, it's a pleasure. Today of all days, we have this session scheduled. Internet has not been the best today, and despite every preparation to ensure this is not happening, you have to push through it. Please confirm if you can still hear me loud and clear. I want to be sure that it's the connection is still optimal before I start presenting. All right. Jota, thank you. I believe that means you can hear me loud and clear. Can any other person confirm that they can hear me? Olayinka, does that emoji mean you can hear me? So we spent about 30 minutes already just getting started. And I'm particularly very happy to be with you this evening. Thank you, Moses. And I'm happy that we've been able to surpass the initial network glitches that caused the delay. So I'll go right on to the presentation. I want to give room for a lot of questions. So I'll just race through what I have here. Now, if you look at my slide, you will see made with gamma. I could have removed that, but I intentionally left it. I got my presentation ready. I sent it to an artificial intelligence tool called Gamma, and Gamma selected the pictures, everything you are seeing here. I didn't have to do anything. I could also use Copilot to do this, but Gamma is a new AI tool I'm testing out to see its strengths and weaknesses. And that is what, Faith, you are welcome. That is why I'm using it for this presentation. So if you have used Gamma before, you can let me know in the comment section. Let me know whether you have used Gamma AI before, what your experience is with Gamma AI. Once I finish my research, get my content ready in a Google Doc, I'll just send it to Gamma, say, divide this into this number of pages. I need this number of slides, add pictures to it, and voila, I'll get something. Then I can tweak it. But I wasn't able to do some tweaking here. I just brought it just the way we got it. So this evening, I want to share with you 10 easy ways to make money with artificial intelligence in 2026. These are simple, proven, actionable strategies for entrepreneurs, freelancers, and side hustle seekers ready to leverage artificial intelligence in our modern economy. So, I mean, when I say actionable, if you really want to, if you are serious with this, you can start this night. If you are serious with this, you can start this night. So that is what I mean by actionable. Now, there is something, I don't know, who has read A Tale of Two Cities? If you have read A Tale of Two Cities, let me know in the comment section. I think that book still has one of the best openings in my mind. It's a classic. And from the time I read it years ago, I cannot forget the first line. There is something about the opening sentences of A Tale of Two Cities that made it so poignant and at the same time so prophetic. So when you read it, whenever you are reading that book, it speaks to the time. But when you have read the book and you have lived a few more years, you see the book becoming true or even truer as you live through these years. You know, let's see what Charles Dickens said. By the way, okay, Yinka said she has read A Tale of Two Cities. Lovely. So, Charles Dickens said, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness, it was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity, it was a season of light, it was the season of darkness, it was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. We had everything before us. We had nothing before us. We are all going direct to heaven. We are all going direct the other way. In short, the period was so fair, was so far like the present period that some of its noisiest authority insisted on its being received for good or for evil in the superlative degree of comparison only. So Charles Dickens, writing this historical allegory, was describing a time that in the end he argued that it is difficult to actually compare both time because it is still very real. Now, why do I start a talk on artificial intelligence with a book written many, many years ago? You know, for the past 10 years, I have seen many persons, especially in Africa, live, they are basically living in the riverside and they are suffering from thirst. They are surrounded by water, but their bodies very dry. What do I mean by that? I've seen many persons with smartphones, iPhone 15, iPhone 16, iPhone 17, who tell you that they are computer illiterate. I've seen people who have free internet subscription, they don't lack data, but the only thing they do is watch TikTok videos and Instagram reels. I've seen people who carry in their hands these powerful devices that others are using to generate money in thousands of dollars and millions of naira, whatever your currency may be. Whereas they carry this, and all they can do on Twitter, they are looking for giveaways. Now, how do you reconcile that? Make it make sense that someone is with a smartphone, but the person is dull. Make it make sense that someone is connected to the world, but the person is trapped by ignorance. It doesn't make sense. And that is a world we find ourselves. But you see, every crisis has in itself the seed of development. So whenever you see every situation that communicates despair, if you look deeply, if you're able to turn it around, you will see the seed of hope underneath. So what am I trying to say here? Despite the fact that many persons, many of us and many of our friends are wallowing in ignorance, don't know the capacity or the capability of the tools they have to generate wealth for themselves and making wrong choices, it means if we wake up today, that is why the YouTube video's title is Wake Up. When we wake up today and start taking action, we'll turn our fortune around. And do you know what I've learned in life? This I have learned that the biggest proof or the biggest thing that can silence every argument is results. The biggest tool, weapon you have to silence arguments, contradictions is results. You don't argue against results. So when you have pivoted, when you have taken that decision, you have acted in certain way, you have woken up, you have started doing the things we talk about today, and you start making money, you don't need to argue too much. You don't need to sermonize. You don't need to admonish someone too much. The results will convince them. And see how I see. You're welcome. So let's talk about artificial intelligence because the promise is we are starting from beginner to pro, right? So wherever you are in this audience, whether you're a beginner or you have some knowledge, I want to assume that we are all beginning, so we make the right foundation. Now you hear AI a lot, and when you use acronyms and abbreviation for so long, some persons just start using it without knowing the meaning. You understand? So it's good we have understanding of what we are talking about. Artificial intelligence, basically, they are machines created digitally that can think, that can learn, or make decisions like humans. So it's an intelligence outside of the human brain or human mind. But it has been created so by humans. So these artificial intelligence, they exist. There are companies that focus on developing AI tools for short, and individuals are able to use this to transform how we work and create value. Take, for example, the entire slide I'm using for my presentation was designed by an AI tool within 2 minutes. I only did the research, got the material ready, and sent it to the tool and told the tool what I want. All these things you are seeing, dividing this, the color, everything, I did nothing. I didn't have to bother myself about it. So it's able to think, process, reach certain decision, and give me this. Now, there is something you hear a lot, LLM. It basically means large language model. It's a type of AI trained to understand and generate human language, powering chatbots and content creation tools. Example of LLM is ChatGPT, which most of us know, Gemini, Claude. These are examples of LLM. So they have a lot of information. That's why I call it large language. A lot of information. They've been trained and retrained and retrained and retrained so that whatever you give to them, they have a lot of information. In fact, you cannot imagine the volume of information in its repository. Yes, Gamma does that, Apogeto. So the other one I want you to understand is agentic AI. Now, machines can think. Agentic AI, they are machines that can think. They can learn. This AI in practice. This is not a chatbot. This is not LLM. They are created. You create agentic AI. They can make decisions for you. When you create an agent with AI, you call it agentic AI for short. And you give that AI certain access and privileges. Like they have access to this may be funny to you. They have access to your credit card. They have access to your inbox, and you've taught the AI what is important to you. And let's say you got an invitation to a conference in Berlin, and the money you have saved in your account is for something else. When you saw the conference, you just click that you will attend with faith, but they transferred, let's say, 5 million naira to your account. Now, the AI may decide on its own that since you already said you will attend, it is better to book flight early because that's where you get cheap flight. The AI will take your credit card, book flight for you from Nigeria to Berlin. I don't know what you are going to make of that. I don't know whether you are going to appreciate. That's a very funny way to put it. Agentic AI have done some of these funny things I'm just stating. But that does not minimize the power of agentic AI. When you give them access, they can book your medical appointment. You will not forget. They will set reminders for you. They work like a virtual assistant. And some companies, some people have built an entire company around agentic AIs, where you can recruit a virtual AI that does certain things for you, understand you more than even your wife or your husband understand you, because they watch everything you do. They follow your digital footprint, what you like, understand them. Make I don't touch my body. So understand everything you do, and they are able to perform at a very high efficiency. So now you understand AI. Let's go to the part that you are interested in. Now, how do you make money from AI? Now, the first one is content creation and automation services. AI content writing with ChatGPT, Grammarly, Software SEO, Gemini. Gemini is very good for research because Gemini is owned by Google. And you know, for years, decades now, Google has been the major search engine in the world. So you cannot imagine what Google has indexed. So Gemini has, has access to all these. Most of us use Gmail. So if you have given permission to Gemini, it accesses your inbox, your calendar, and many other things. So Gemini is so powerful for research. Gemini also have access to YouTube, which is the second biggest search engine. So Gemini is very powerful. So with these tools, you can do good research and they can help you write great content. Now, there are people who frown against artificially written content like ChatGPT generated content. Why? Because it lacks depth and originality. So there is a way you write with AI that does not cause you to lose credibility. You use AI as a tool. The mistake many people make is that they use AI as their brain. While we are in the university, there are some people who want to copy others' work, malpractice, of course, and because they don't even know what they are copying, they copy even your matriculation number, your name, and your surname. That is how some people are using AI. You use ChatGPT or whatever to create, you are supposed to use to create a template for you. You understand, but you need to infuse your spirit into it, your experience. ChatGPT is supposed to give you the minimum benchmark, not the entire thing. You are not substituting your brain with AI. That is not what AI should be used for. So, but you can use it to write great content. What it does for you is that you still need to understand the skills of writing. What writing is ideal for marketing purpose? Because if you don't understand, if you don't know what you are looking for, everything AI gives to you becomes your answer. Now, let me tell you something. These AI tools, they will tell you from the very beginning they are not perfect. They are still learning. So if you don't know what you are looking for and you are not smart, they will give you the wrong answer and you look very foolish. So what I tell you is first know what SEO is, search engine basic, the skills you need. Understand basic writing. How do you write for marketing? How do you write compelling stories for social media? Understand basic writing so that when you use AI for content generation or content writing, you can make that better. Because of the potential of this, you can earn between $100 to $1,000 weekly because you can generate so many articles within a very short time. And if you are using that for marketing, or for example, you are using that for stories, blog posts, and you already have followership, what happens? Google Ads revenue starts coming for those who already have blogs. Many persons here, you may be, is there anyone here that has a blog he has abandoned? Some persons have blog they've not been using. You can get back and be posting on your blog. It's not easy for you. There are people who want to read from you. By the time you use AI, tweak the AI for some time, the AI understand your voice and can write just like you, that your people cannot even tell the difference because you have used it, you have taught it over time, you have owned it. So you can use Claude, you can use ChatGPT to do that. Automation services. Now Zapier, ChatGPT, Make, you use this to automate. Like you add different app and tools together to do certain things for your business. For example, you can automate for a restaurant business. First, you create a landing page for them. You can use ChatGPT to get the content, create a landing page for them. And when someone makes a booking for that restaurant, what happens is that you are able to you automate the process that whenever a booking comes in, the person has paid, an SMS or something will trigger, and the people in the kitchen knows that this order has come. And also at the same time, a message is sent to your, how do you call it, your delivery man and all that. They know the exact time the food will be ready to be delivered. And once you confirm the order, immediately whoever made that order gets a message and tell them exactly the estimated time, the ETA. Now you can automate all these things I've said with artificial intelligence. Now the beautiful thing is that AI can even guide you step by step. Just tell AI what you want to do, the solution you want to create. It will tell you step by step the tools you need to create that automation. Now, this automation service, you can sell it to restaurants in your locality. You can sell it to many other restaurants. It's so easy to get the information of this restaurant. Go to Google, write the top restaurant in your top restaurant in Benin, top restaurant in your area if you want to start there. Top restaurant in Dubai that are not using this automation service. Send them an email. I can do this for you for a very small fee. And send your proposal. The money they pay for you is what you use to finance this, and you are going to create that. People are making between $300 to $3,000 every week automating services for people. Now, the fact that you are here and many persons are not here, just think about the number of friends you have that are not here. I know some of you will not even like to share this video with your friends because, come on, what is Witchcraft 101? If you know what is good, you don't share it with anybody, keep it to yourself so that nobody will be better than you. That's the first school of wizardry. So I know you will not share this content with your friends, but the reality is just kind of imagine the number of persons in your circle who don't know what you are learning right now. And now let me tell you something. The older the generation, the more intellectually stagnant they are in terms of artificial intelligence. I'm looking for a euphemism here. I don't want to insult my elders. But the younger the generation, the more tech savvy they are. So you can imagine people that own the big malls, restaurants, they are older generations. And you can easily just show them, tell them, okay, you don't have to pay me. Let me do a pilot for you. After 1 month, you like what you are seeing, and the money that's coming, the revenue. I get 20% of this. You can come with different pricing model, and you make money. That's the second one. Let's go to the third one. Social media and virtual assistants. Now, social media generates a lot of money. Many persons will be afraid of social media because they'll tell you, I'm an introvert. I don't like coming out. I like my privacy. But now, it is very easy for you to do social media without showing your face. You use AI to generate the content. You use Canva, ChatGPT, CapCut. You create all these. And you build a massive following. Do you know that money you get from social media, whether YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, you can make it between 150 to $1,500 weekly. Now, I'm not telling you that it will be instantaneous, but if you grow this within 90 days, 3 to 6 months, you are going to see a dramatic change in what you are doing. Now, virtual assistants, there's not AI virtual assistant. By the way, we do a training, Growth Bridge program. We train elite virtual assistants that we deploy to companies in the US, UK, Canada, Dubai, and many other parts of the world. That training is paid. If you're interested, you go to Grotion website and register. Now, these days, any virtual assistant or executive assistant that does not understand artificial intelligence is not ready for job. They will just walk past you. All AI now, they are not AI virtual assistants. You know how to use AI. You are very good with ChatGPT, Notion, just name it. You know how to use artificial intelligence. And the skills, you need administrative skills, communication, and you can earn a lot of money. I was sharing this experience with a friend yesterday that I was working with a client in the UK, gave me a job that ordinarily would have taken me 10 hours to do. That is, if I'm doing it 2 hours, I will require 5 days. It was an intensive research, and I'm going to create a document that is applicable in United Kingdom as well as the entirety of Europe. I'm going to look at several laws so that the document does not violate any of these laws. So ordinarily, I was supposed to charge this client for 10 hours. He understood the assignment, but I knew I can use AI to do my research. All I have to do is some other underground work and finishing touches. And I bid this client 5 hours instead of 10 hours. Of course, he's very happy because that reduced the cost for him. I use an AI tool. I pay about 32,000 naira every month. That's about $25 every month. I use an AI tool to do the massive part of the research, massive part of the writing. And I use my human intelligence to go through it to ensure there is no error because I know what I was looking for. And use another AI tool to develop the slide. Use my intelligence again to fine tune it with the company logo, branding, everything. And when I was done, I completed everything in less than 2 hours. What he paid me for 1 hour was the money I used to pay for subscription for that AI for a month. So I saved myself 2 more hours in terms of revenue, but I saved myself 3 more hours in terms of work. Those 3 hours I saved myself in terms of work. Imagine if I get another job like that and I use it again. You can imagine the money that will be coming in. That's how you use AI as a virtual assistant. You must understand the basic tools first before you can use it the way I'm telling you now. Now, video and design services. You can use AI for YouTube automation if only you know how much people are making from faceless YouTube content. You need tools like ChatGPT, Pictory, 11 Lab. You can use Nano Banana also for pictures. You need this. There is also, I think, iGen to generate videos and all that. You need these tools. You need to understand scripting. Learn how to script, how to edit, because it's not going to come perfect. You are going to do a little tweak here and there. And you can make between $200 to $2,000 just by doing this. YouTube pays you. Now, there are two ways you can earn. You can either be doing this for YouTube, your own channel, or you are doing this for people. If you watch the video I shared, was it two Thursdays ago? There's a video I shared on in demand, the top 10 top skis on Upwork right now, in demand skis for 2026. I think that I shared that last week. You should see that video. AI video editing is one of the top hot skills globally right now. It has experienced a growth of 329% from last year to this point. Close to it is AI graphics design, growing at a rate of 145%. What does that growth communicate? It communicates interest. So you can either be doing it for yourself, creating a community, or you are doing it for people who need your service. They are willing to pay you a lot of money. And you can earn between $200 to $2,000 weekly. For graphic design, between $150 to $1,000 weekly. The tools you need for graphic design, Midjourney, Canva, Dale, and you must understand basic graphic design, color theory, and what have you so that you become good. Now, there's customer support and copywriting. Same. Customer support, you need to understand ChatGPT, Zendesk, Intercom. Before now, you think, this is a troublesome customer. How do I use? Now, in customer support, we have a video, is a full course on customer support. If you have interest in this area, by all means, watch that video. You understand? There is the head and the heart model of responding to customers' pain and query. Now, what I just said now may look like French to you, but if you know how to use ChatGPT, Zendesk, Itacom, whatever the problem is, you can put a prompt that this is the concern I got from an angry customer. This is the situation. Use the HEARD or the HEART model to respond to this customer in a way that the customer will feel heard and feel empathy and reconsider his decision to leave our product. Send that to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will come with response within a twinkle of an eye. You can now look through it, adapt it, and what do? You respond because you have added the human touch. So there are freelance customer support staff who are using this to make money, and they earn between $200 to $1,200. If you're interested in customer support, please watch the full course. You can share that also for someone who is interested. Now, there's AI copywriting. These are sales writing. You must first understand sales writing before you talk about AI copywriting. And you can make money, a lot of money also, between $300 to $2,000. Now, some persons say, this money not too big. So the money is big because you're not making it. When you start making it, the money will be small. I once saw somebody on LinkedIn who got a job. He's a Nigerian. And what he was doing was copywriting. Yes, it was writing policy content writing. When you buy a product, a digital product or a software, you know that thing you need to click and say, I have read through and I agree. All those policies and the rest, those long things that many of us don't read, but we'll click, I have read and agree. That is the job of this young man. Now, when I saw him, when I saw the post he made, that was some years ago. I can't recall the year, but should be up to 4 years now. He lives in Nigeria and works from Nigeria. He was being paid $49.9 per hour. Per hour, that's about $50 per hour for that job. And this guy works either 20 or 40 hours a week. If it is 40 hours a week, that's $2,000 every week. Every month, that's $8,000. If you convert it with the current exchange rate in Nigeria, that's over 10 million naira. I don't know whether governors are even paid that amount of money, like legally, legitimately, not other corner. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is that when I call this money, it looks big because you're not earning it. But if you apply yourself to this, you have the potential to earn this. It's going to require some work. Of course, you can't earn this in your comfort zone. Nothing grows in the comfort zone. Anything worth doing in life, anything worthwhile, will demand of you the best of your efforts. You can't take on very serious things flippantly and think you get the best result. You go all in. Like they say in the gym, you either go hard or go home. You understand? I've learned in life, and I'm not hesitant to share it with people. One thing I've learned in life, and I learned is very easy. When you go easy, it becomes difficult. When you go hard, it becomes easy. So if something is difficult, don't give up. That is how you solve difficult maths problem. If you run away from them, you can never solve them. But if you refuse to run away and every time you face it head on, a day comes, it will just happen. You scream, Eureka, I've gotten it. It's as if you've discovered the liquid of life because you did not give in. You kept pushing. And that really is the secret. So when you see this, don't bear that kind of mindset like, oh, come on, this money is too big. I know what my salary is. Let me not bother. Perhaps there is something Eric is not saying. There's one magic thing. There is something they need to do. It can't be that easy. Why you are shooting yourself, second guessing yourself, and sending yourself to the grave, some persons are rising to the occasion and making money. You will see them drive past you, and you know what poor people usually do? They usually believe that rich people are money rituals, dubious people, drug pusher. And you know what? It takes two to tango. Rich people also look at poor people and think they are witches and wizards. So you have to choose what you want to look like. If you are very serious, you are going to make something out of this. Now, we have products and services. I think this is the last two. You can use AI to create digital products. Now, don't just create, when I say digital products, you can write books, you can create templates, right? And you can create services with AI. Now, don't just go and be writing. I see people just share several things. Like, ask yourself, will you buy this? Will you buy what you are trying to sell? Excuse me, you just wrote something and you say you want to sell, generated something, you say you want to sell. Now, there are AI digital artists. They use AI to design very compelling pictures, artwork. Just the way you look at some artwork like Mona Lisa, and it makes you to think, and you want to say, you want to imagine what's going on in the mind of this person. So, what digital artists do, these are to use AI. You are going to write a prompt. By the way, prompt is the message you give to the AI, the instruction you give to the AI to produce. Write a prompt to that AI tool that can create picture. That I want to create an abstract picture that communicates something deep. It could be the fusion of galaxies or the fusion of planets. You understand? Whatever it is, put a message there so that when it creates something, the thing is like a one of a kind creation before it can be duplicated. When you are done, you can now go to where they print that, put it in frame. Now, when you drive past your cities, you see some people sell artwork. They miss the artwork that some artists did with some of this digital artwork. You can sell this to hotels, new hotels, and apartment buildings. You have framed them and they communicate many things. They can even be quotes. You can add quotes to them. And these are the artwork that this apartment building will put on their wall, or a combination of digital and what have you, the artwork that artists have created. That's how you create digital products. That's the right way to create and make money. And you can make between $100 to $2,500. You can create templates and share to schools, templates that solve key problems for them. And you share that, you print them, and you market it to schools, private schools in your localities. They don't need federal government approval. If it works for them, they will buy it. Now, you can also write resume for people, CV writing. People are doing it already using AI, ChatGPT, Canva, Google Docs. This can be done. And you can use this to do that. And you can make between $100 and $80. Now, ChatGPT, the plan is, I think, about 20 thereabouts to premium plan. I think $20 to $25 per hour in Nigeria. I don't know what the cost is in Kenya. I know, Moses, you are here. You can tell us the cost in the comment section. But I don't know what the cost is elsewhere. But I can tell you that's for a month. You can make that amount you use for your subscription just in a day. You need to make some investment anyway. Now, I've said all this. Let's go to strategy to win. So I don't just say all this and make it look so simplistic. Most people don't win, not because they don't know the solution. You know what I started with? I started with Charles Dickens' Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of time, the worst of time, the age of wisdom, the epoch of foolishness. We have everything before us. We have nothing before us. That is what I started with. The reason why there can be so much stupidity in the midst of so much intelligence is not because intelligence is absent, is because some people chose volitionally to love stupidity and rather than intelligence. The reason why many people are poor when there is solution, you see,
It seems to me that the prison called poverty is locked from inside. Like the Indians say that when the student is ready, the master will appear. And they also say when the student is very ready, the master disappears, meaning that when you are so ready, you don't even need someone to teach you. If you are really determined, you will see the way. There is always a way. But most times we are not ready. So the first thing is for you to learn. And I want you to give yourself a round of applause because in this live session, we had as at we advertised this session very close to time. We did that on Tuesday, and this afternoon we are surprised when we opened the Google Sheet and we saw that the Google form and saw that 212 persons registered because it was very short time. We are not even expecting that number. And today, while the live session is going on, we have been fluctuating between 10%. Those are the people that are in the live session. I can tell you, if you come here tomorrow, you will see that over 200, 300 persons have watched it. Now, what does that tell you about humans? Many persons who want to follow a particular direction will delay. We call them the laggards. The early adopters, they are the ones that make it very quickly because money rewards speed. I don't know about wherever you are. I don't know the situation about where you are. But I want to tell you this. In Nigeria, where I'm speaking from today, there are people who are involved in a kind of marketing you call multi-level marketing. For short, we call it two to bring to business. Now, if you observe the people that make money from that level of multi-level, for that type of marketing and sales of products, they are those who start first. Money rewards speed. And for every technological innovation or development in human history, just imagine the people that opened their first YouTube accounts and started using YouTube early on. People who have YouTube that they've been using for over 20 years now. Imagine how much they're making. Do you know Mr. Beast have made more than 1 billion US dollars from YouTube content creation? Yes. People have made hundreds of millions of dollars from YouTube. They were the early adopters. The next categories of people who make a lot of money from every technological innovation who are not early adopters, they are the aggressive, passionate, not taking no for an answer, committed fellows. When they see that the door is locked, they don't turn back, they will knock. They will try to open it. If it's not open, they will hit it until the door gives way. Those persons may not start early, but when they come in, it's just like I started 2 years ago, or I started 4 years ago, and I give 1 hour to this every day of my life. And somebody came in 4 years after me, and that person starts giving 6 hours every day of his life to what I'm giving 1 hour for the past 4 years. That person needs just 1 year to meet up with me. And at times, he may even beat me to it. Because while I'm on my 5th year, I'm still doing 1 hour. If he does 5 hours, he's going to meet me at the end of that year. If he does 6 hours, he's going to surpass me. Those aggressive fellow get it also. Now take note, doubters have no place here. Those who are cynics, they don't have any place here. They don't. Those who will come later will eat the crumbs. They are not believers because they've seen other people making money. They will eat the crumbs. You have to choose when you want to come in. So here's a strategy for you to win. I want to suggest first. This is not supposed to be a session to teach you all the tools. If you see, for each of these 10 ways to make money, I've shared with you some tools you need to know how to use. It's not exhaustive. So this is supposed to create that hunger in you for you to rise up and start. So start learning, master the tools and platforms through hands-on practice and continuous education in emerging technologies. I learn every day. I learn every day. I use different tools. Not because I'm looking for a job with this. No, I understand the time and I don't want to be left alone. Two, start fast. I've told you money rewards speed and remain steady. Launch quickly with minimum viable offerings. Then build momentum through consistent delivery and quality work. Be asking when you start delivering service, how did you find this? Are there areas you want me to improve? Humans will give you the best feedback you need to improve. As you keep improving, the other person saying that is waiting for everything to be ready. I want to have a good camera. I want to have a good phone. I want to have a good internet. I want to have solar. I want to have all this. I want to. That guy may never do anything. But when you start early, you make your mistake very early, you will see the result you produce. Some time ago, someone started a YouTube channel and sent me the first video, like, tell me if this is okay. And I said, go ahead and post it. And later on, when I met the person, I was not sharing some insight. Now, it's normal for you to think like, why did you not say this? You never commented this in the video. And I told the person that, see, if I start giving this feedback, this is where you should have improved, you would not have posted. You have posted, you have posted. You have started, you have started. There's no going back. Because if you are truly have growth mindset and you're actually intentional about growing, your future should look at your past and laugh. And at the same time, I commend you for starting. But you should look at some of the things. Don't you look at your throwback pictures on Facebook? Let's say 10, 20, 10, 15 years ago, for those people who have Facebook for that a long time, or let's say 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Don't you look at these pictures and laugh? I have one of those throwback pictures. I left it there on purpose. If you go to my Facebook, you laugh. I was wondering. So I wore this type of dress. My God. If you have growth mindset, you should be able to look back and laugh. So start, remain steady. Join a community. You can join the Get Up and Get Rich community. By the way, if you want to join the community, just in case you are not part of our community yet, we'll drop the link below so you can join and keep earning, keep winning. Lastly, I want to tell you this, that we have a special training for you to master artificial intelligence. You can either register for 30 days. You will have a certification, an AI fluency certification. What that certification is about is you now understand what the basic AI tools do. The goal is to walk you through about 50 AI tools that you can use to generate money. But if you do that 1 month training, we don't guarantee you that you are creating something that can make money. That is left for you. But if you stay for 90 days, the 90 days training, we'll call it the AIM program. AI Mastery, AIM for short. AI Mastery training, you do not graduate until you have created solution to produce money. Our training is designed so that before you graduate, you have produced something that will pay the money you used to register for the training and you spent throughout the training in terms of data and what have you. If you want to move very fast, if you want to hit the ground running and make money, by all means, register for this. That will be your best investment. You will see the best return on investment. So, I want to thank you for joining this section. I will give room for you to ask me questions. Is it 16 p.m. here in Nigeria already? It's a 1 hour session. We have just about 6 minutes, but I promise you, if I have up to 10 questions, I'm going to take them. But if I have more than 10 questions, for those who will watch this video later and ask questions, I will still respond to them. But I won't be live responding to those questions. I'll respond by typing those answers. So let me know your questions as I share with you a slide showing the website to register. Excuse me. So let me have your questions. For those who are interested in the AI Mastery Program, all you need to do is come to this place, our website, and click on training. You have the Growth Bridge Program. This training is for those who want to go into remote work. Perhaps you want to pivot into remote work, you want to switch your career. This is a 12-week training that move you from beginner to an elite virtual assistant cum customer support staff. You have three plans here. You can either choose the basic plan of $13.99 per month, $29.99 per month for standard, or the premium package. Why? We have seen most persons choose the premium package and not this popular one because they want mentorship, and this is what really gives them mentorship. Now, some persons have also complained, why is this in dollars? I'm in Nigeria. You can switch. For those in other countries, they pay in dollars, but those in Nigeria pay in naira. You move it from dollar to naira and you have the value. You can either pay monthly, or if you want to pay at once. If you pay in at once, it is cheaper. You can move it to one-time payment. And when you pay this, you paid for the entire 12 week or 3 months. This is for the Growth Bridge program. Why? For AI Mastery, the aim, this is AI Mastery. Become AI fluent in 30 days or become AI Mastery certified in 90 days. Now, AI is changing who gets hired, promoted, and paid more. The winners are the most AI fluent and strategically positioned. So choose your track. If it is AI, this is the popular one. People are going for mastery and not fluency, but it's the same principle. You can change it to Naira, and you see if it is Naira for the AI fluency, look at what you are spending. You're actually spending less than 1,000 Naira every day to learn what will make you money. We print money for you. Why? If it is this other one, AI Mastery, this is payment for it in Naira. The certification you are earning, just click start 90 days track and you have registered. So it's easy to get this. I'm going to drop the link to this in the comment section for those who will come in and see that. Did you see my screen when I shared the screen? I don't know whether I shared it with you people. All right. I just saw now that I did not share it. So I will go over that again. No wonder someone is asking me how much is the training. I'll take this question. Now let me post this so that you can click on it and see it from your end. I just posted, it did not display. I just saw that now. So I'm displaying it. So this is the website. You come to training. You see Growth Bridge program. This is the Growth Bridge program. A structured pathway for individuals building high value remote careers with real world readiness. So the default is in dollars because it is meant for everybody. People register from everywhere. So the default is in dollars, and it's integrated to Paystack, so you can use your credit card from wherever you are to register for the training. But for those in Nigeria who have complained that they want to register in Naira, there's a special concession. You just have to toggle this from dollar to Naira. You will see the value in Naira monthly. You can also pay one time. So you toggle this thing from monthly to one time, and you make one time payment. When you are paying one time, you actually get about 20% discounts. So most people actually just pay one time and get into the program. Most people, the premium plan has mentorship. That's why most persons choose that, as against the standard plan that does not include intensive mentorship. The premium plan has a lot of features that the basic standard plan has all basic plan features, and these ones. The premium plan has all basic plan features, standard plan, and a little extra. Now you have the program of the day. For those interested in AI, mastering it, learning more about it, you come to the AIM. This is AIM, AI Mastery Certification. So you see, you can become fluent in 30 days, AI Mastery certified in 90 days. So this, you are either choosing out of these two tracks, either fluency or mastery. And if you are registering from anywhere in the world, you just pay in dollars. You can start your 30 days track or you start your 90 days track. But if you are in Nigeria, you flip it to Naira and you register. Our next cohort is starting April 1st. So if you are interested, you can register for either the mastery or the fluency, and we'll take it from there. I hope it displayed now. Uh, yes, I believe it displayed. We can all see it. So this is the training that can help you to scale, because what we do is we have over 50 AI tools. Every day, all you need to do is to spend between 15 and 30 minutes to learn. The video you are going to watch every day, there's a video you watch every day. You'll be ticking it as you are watching your video every day. The video you are watching every day is just about 10 minutes video, while the other time you require 20 minutes is for you to practice and create something. Yes, you can migrate from the 30 days to 90 days. You can pay the difference later. You can migrate. That's allowed. But to do that, we are going to create an invoice for you after the 30 days. So let me go over the questions that some persons may have asked here. Oh, Yinka, thank you. Thank you for the commendation. That means a lot to me. Yeah, what is the cost of the AI Mastery program? I already shared it with you. Uh, Let me look at the name. Let me assume that you are in Nigeria. For fluency, it is 25,558. Why for mastery, 76,689. This fluctuates with the dollar price, by the way. So if you are not in Nigeria, I'll flip it to dollars so that you know what that means in dollars. You can convert it to your currency. This is the price. Uh, Needless to say, but let me just mention that this is the cheapest AI certification you will get, but not because I'm involved in this. I make bold to say that what you get from this program, I bet you can get it elsewhere. Our Growth Bridge program, I was having a one on one mentorship session with someone who is on this call, and the person is not in Nigeria, and it said something that actually made my day. That I've done several training, virtual assistant training, but no training has equipped me to be able to produce what I am producing right now. And the person is not just into the program about 4 weeks or 5 weeks into the program, and that really made my day. So what you are going to produce, you will wow yourself, you will surprise yourself, because our value, our unique selling point is you what you pay for our training is an investment, and we don't leave you until we have shown you how to get your return on investment. That investment you pay, that's the model that we have. So by all means, you can join the next cohort. Money, reward, speed. um Let me look at the question. I think it's basically how much for the master's class. I have stated that already. How much for the training? I've stated that. Yes, I think I've answered all questions here.
So I can stop sharing this and get back. I want to tell you something very important as I end this session today. For the past 10 years, I've been working remotely, and I am very grateful to God, not the universe, for the opportunity to have worked with some of the best minds in the world. Now, the role I've played for these 10 years as a freelancer or a remote worker actually brought me close to some of the finest mind because I work with C-level executives, CEO, CTO, vice president of sales, and what have you, chief of staff, uh, chief of people. These are the people I've worked with, and founders. So working closely with people who are high performers and who always want to catch in on opportunities, you understand, has taught me something, that your greatest asset, your greatest opportunity for advancement is people's doubt and the tardiness of the majority. Because most people don't act fast. Most people are first crippled with doubt. And the kind of doubt they are crippled with is not productive. There's a difference between a pessimist who is productive. Someone say an optimist believe that pieces of aluminum put together can fly. And that is why the airplane was invented. Another person also believed that this piece of metal flying can crash. That is how airbag and what have you, everything for your safety was also uh, invented. Life jackets and what have you was invented, I mean to say. So the bottom line is, even if you have doubt, like some people I've seen in our other program, Growth Bridge program, I've seen someone, quite some persons, they will start the program with some level of doubt, but they don't want to be held by the doubt. They say, okay, let me pay for basic. And immediately we finish the first week, they'll say, can I upgrade to premium? I like that kind of doubt. You understand? And that is, you are trying to manage, how do you call it? You're trying to manage your risk. But that kind of, I'm not sure it will work. Please, it's just one of those sweet talk. Those are the people that don't make it. So I want to encourage everyone who is in this live session and who will watch this to think deeply on this. And if you see that you really need to advance, you can actually create a plan for yourself and learn. Like I tell you, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the student is very ready, the teacher disappears. No need for the teacher. So if you are very ready, Google is your friend, YouTube is your friend, you can learn. I was telling my students yesterday while I was having a session, most of the things I learned, which I now teach people, I learned on my own. No AI, YouTube, Google, read a lot of blog posts and the rest. I learned on my own, no AI. And do you know what? It took me 10 years to learn them. And if you stand on my shoulder, you can learn that in 90 days. Do you know what? I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of contracts. I've executed over 65 contracts globally, but I lost many of them prematurely because I was going through the long route. So how do you short circuit? How do you get this within a very short time with AI, with a structured program, with an intentional community? These are at your fingertip. When you are ready, we can meet in the class. Now, let me take this last question before I tell you good night. Is Growtion a pure virtual assistant program or just remote training? Because I don't see the details, the tools to use for virtual assistants. Okay, Growtion is actually a talent development and deployment company. So what we do, we develop talent, remote talent. So
We train virtual assistants, executive assistants, customer support, social media managers, all these remote talents. We focus more on tools that most persons can easily learn and work with than very, very techy roles, which we'll get into as we progress. Now, when we have developed this talent, we also have partnerships with companies in different parts of the world. Some of these partnerships are in the pipeline, some already in the process. If you check our website, we have delivered some solutions before, and we have these. What we do, we deploy these trained people to these companies to start first free, this, how do you call it, service trial period, and thereafter they are paid for what they are doing. We have a pricing and all that. So it is not just virtual assistants and the tools you need to use. The Grotion will not tell you all the tools you need to use. That is why there's a training. I can't possibly tell you all the tools, but one of the things all our students do when they start training, there is self-assessment. You go through a self-assessment. There is a list of over 50 tools. You have to tick your knowledge of these tools. And when you are done, there's another self-assessment. And this is what we know. When you come in, most persons either do not know or know little about these tools that are being used globally. But when they are leaving, not only do they know the tools so well, they have created solutions with these tools. So I can't just tell you the tools. That's not the essence of this training. I hope that is fine. But if you are interested and you register for the training, you will not only know the tools, you will create solutions with the tools, and you are going to get jobs because of the tools. Thank you, Israel. Thank you, Israel. Thank you for joining the session. I hope we can call it a day. It's been a pleasure having every one of you join this wake up call 10 easy ways to make money with AI in 2026. And I have also tried to lean backward and forward in this training, telling you that the value that we are offering goes beyond what have you. It goes beyond just AI. There are many ways to make money online, and I do well to cover this. For those persons who do not have money yet, I understand this. I came from that level of background where I really do not have money. I need to learn through every possible means, free means. Because of that, my approach to training is not just for money. We have staff working that need to be paid. We have tools we are paying for. So of course we need money to take care of this and to keep business running. But my approach to educating, impacting is not money driven. And that is why on the Get Up and Get Rich YouTube channel, let me just share that with you as I close. The Get Up and Get Rich YouTube channel, you are going to see a lot of videos that actually we invested a lot of money to create. They are just there for you free of charge, right? This is the channel. Just type Get Up and Get Rich with Eric Okomado. It will take you there. There's no other Get Up and Get Rich with Eric on YouTube. This is the only channel, right? And by the way, if you have not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. This channel is growing very fast, and because it's delivering value to people. You see this video here? The #1 complete virtual assistant course. This is detailed. I have people who have completed virtual assistant training from ALX and many other big companies who watch this and say they've never experienced anything like this before. So this is part 1, and this is part 2. This is a great place to start. Anyone wants to learn remote job, this is where I send them to. This is the first place to start. The other videos I've done, how to make money online, simple tools, I've shared this. How you can quit. Some people don't like the 9 to 5. Their take home cannot take them home. So I don't tell you leave your job. Yeah, I give you strategies. Don't quit your 9 to 5 for freelancing until you have watched this. You can quit, but there's a sequence and skills you can use to earn. I always share this. The ones you can do with your mobile phone for those who do not have how do you call it? There are people who do not have laptop yet. You can use your mobile phone to earn. This video is specially for that. You understand? And this is a personal story. From NYC being broke, I started earning in dollars. For people who are interested, I did not start from the top. I started from the ground. This is to help many persons who are reading courses that are irrelevant. I don't want to say useless in the university. I have to tell people some courses they should not read because education is a financial decision. And courses that your children, your siblings can study right now because you need to understand what is going on. This is focused on getting your first client online, strategies from Upwork, from LinkedIn. And this is another course we just shared a month ago, the customer support course, in case that's what you are interested in. Full course on customer support. Then this is the course I told you about, shared just 3 weeks ago on virtual, how do you call it, social media management. This course. Then you have, for people who have complained that they don't get job online. This is why, if you want to know why, and I showed you how to fix the problem here. Because I have many people say, I've tried Upwork, I'm not getting job. I got the job, I've gotten a job on Upwork this year already. You understand? There are ways to go about it. Now, this is the video I made reference to earlier. The top in-demand freelance job in 2006. This is a powerful video. This is from Upwork Research Institute. So whatever you are getting here is premium. And this was just posted about a day ago, yesterday. For those struggling on Upwork, these strategies, they are hot strategies for you to win. So you see this is just a part. Now you see the live session, previous live sessions that we have done. AI is taking over your job, how to prepare. Don't quit until you do this. Those are concerned about the new Nigeria tax. We did a video here where some experts came to speak to us. And the other live sessions, how you can create your work and your LinkedIn from scratch here and all that. So we have quite some videos here that will help you. So by all means, I'm just telling you that you do not have any excuse. If you don't have money now, you have this channel to begin learning. When you have money, you can join the paid session, right? I really want you to start doing something and making money for yourself. Thank you so much for joining this session. I hope to see you in class for those who will join me in the AI Mastery Training, April 1st. And those who are joining the Growth Bridge program will see in class. Our trainees who are also in the live session, I'll see you in class next week. Remember to do your assignments. Keep creating the solutions you are creating. The world is waiting for your emergence. Good night, everyone.